1 2 1 2 Straight Politicking. Alex Alonso 101. I'm here with Munchie B, the mayor, episode 67. And Munchie B,
What's the big old deal?
why you did my boy J.O. felony like that? Yeah, why you do my boy like that?
Shout out him. He had swerved in the wrong lane, man.
All right, wait, let me fix your mic real quick. Swerved in the wrong lane.
Yeah, J.O. swerved in the wrong lane.
Yeah, but I guess, you mentioned him first, and I guess he was obligated to respond, right?
No, actually, he was cheering on Baby Runner in the comments, and he made like a disrespectful joke towards me, and I caught it. You know what I'm saying? And that's when I started dropping his name.
But you went digging in the crates.
Oh, yeah.
About what, 14? How many years ago?
14.
You went 14 years back on a J.O. felony clip.
That's crazy. That clip is funny.
It was funny. I never really paid much attention to it, but
that mess is funny, man. He said, man, my homeboy daddy own this house. Well, you and your homeboy daddy need to get down, because it's either he works you or you just generally squatting.
Yeah, that was
No, that was funny though.
Well, I hope that's all over with, man. That shit is crazy.
With the rap?
That you going at it with J.O. felony, the dude's probably like,
man, you got love for J.O. That's your man's.
I mean, I got love for everybody out here that got love for me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I know J.O. got a lot of love for me. Ain't never been no problem with Bullet. You know,
Bullet Loco.
So to see you guys going at it is like, damn. You know,
yeah.
I kind of felt that way about when you and Spider started going back and forth, man. I was trying to call both of y'all, like, hey, can that be the last one? Hey, can that be the last one? Can y'all end it right there? And y'all just went back, forth. That was like a ping pong that lasted a few weeks.
I was trying to ignore Spider though, but Spider's still over there kicking out content. Shout out Spider.
Yeah, that was a tough one to deal with, being in the middle of this drama.
You was tired of hearing about it because you said you'll go out and that's what they'd be bringing that up. What's so with Spider and Munchie?
Yeah, and I was outside a lot during that time too.
Right.
So it was like almost every time I stepped outside.
You was going to weddings and funerals and they was bringing it up.
Yeah, everywhere. like if I have the control over it, which, I can't control two grown men. I can only... what did my dad used to say? I can only suggest and advise. That was his saying. I can only suggest and advise.
Right.
And you can't make nobody do anything they don't want to do. So people were kind of looking at me like it's my fault.
What you gonna do?
Yeah, like why you ain't stopping it or involved in it? Well, I got very little to do with it, unfortunately.
I mean, you put forth a little effort.
Yeah.
You tried a little bit.
Yeah, now it's you and Bullet, but I guess it's pretty much done between you and them dudes, huh?
Yeah, it should be. Unless they come with something else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It should be it should be cool. It's all verbal boxing, you know what I mean?
All right, so what's new on the horizon though with Munchie B, man? Music?
I just been putting on music. Instead of just letting it sit on my phone, you know what I'm saying? Just been releasing it and releasing content, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Trying to stay consistent.
That's what I've been trying to do over here. I haven't been able to really get to some content on StreetTV channel, but I'm going to get back to it. I've been tied up with a bunch of legal cases and reading and writing and having to submit reports. And
yeah, I caught a couple comments that like, man, they missing the street interviews or pull-ups.
Oh, yeah, I actually have one scheduled, maybe scheduled for this week. You know how that goes. People always... So I got one scheduled for this week, and we'll see how that goes out in Long Beach. So I'm looking forward to that one.
Out in Long Beach, north side or east side?
East side. East side for sure.
Mm-hmm.
There's definitely more history over there on that east side, even though the north side of Long Beach is bordered with Compton. But I find the history of Long Beach is really rooted down there in that east side and that west side, because the west side is everybody on the west side and the east side are intermingled. You don't really see that intermingling with the north side so much. The north side kind of probably more associated with Compton.
Well, the East further, bro. The East, like I called myself trying to assist one of my homies years ago, and I hopped in the car, hopped on the freeway, was stuck in traffic. I'm like, man, he gonna be in trouble. Like I had to move to the 710. Like I didn't realize how big Long Beach is. I think Long Beach probably the biggest city after LA.
Yep, second largest city in the county.
Long Beach is big as hell, bro.
Yeah, about 500,000 people. So
Right. I'm like, man, he gonna be stumped out by the time I get here.
the last time I checked, I think it was 400 and something thousand people in Long Beach. By now, it's probably at 500,000.
Yeah, Long Beach big, bro. I learned that day.
Yeah, I remember the first time I ever went to Long Beach. I was about 18 or 19, and that's when I found out they had a gang out there with a similar name of a gang in LA, and I was like, wow, that's insane. I mean, not insane.
No,
Pardon the pun.
Yeah.
But I wasn't even talking about the insane.
All in 20 Crib.
Yeah,
All in 20 Bloods.
I was like, wow, when did these guys ever come up? Because I had never heard of no hoods in Long Beach when I was like 17, 18. So that was astonishing to me. I was in my 280Z, and I was riding out to Long Beach, and I was learning about the gangs at the age of 18.
I want you to interview P Thrizzle, bro. P Thrizzle is his rap name, but he Baby Pint from NHP.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm very familiar with who
Right.
Pine is. Yeah,
Asian.
Hey, the Pint's got a hell of a little history, huh? All the Pines from NHP.
Asian, been, bro, but we already had this discussion with this other thing. You know, he go to jail. It's Pyro, but I guess you were saying it's kind of different because he's the dude Stupid Young is from an Asian gang.
Yeah.
And he go to jail and run other, but I just feel anything with Crip on it is black.
I feel what you're saying on that.
You know what I mean? That's a black culture, and it's a big sized up dude from Tongue and Crip. I think his name is No One. They call him or No something. He got a big old BK on the side of his neck. So hypothetically, if he go to the pen and he run with the others, ain't he putting the others in jeopardy with that big old thing on his neck? You know what I mean? And the others is not with the gang banging thing. Like how do that work? That's kind of like a conflict of interest because you will piss somebody off with them type of tattoos. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the tattoos seem to get people really emotionally charged. I mean, he's already a Crip, but if he's got BK on it, does that make him more of a Crip? That he becomes a target? He becomes more of a target.
But you, based on that you're a tongue and you probably want to run with your people and run with the others, but you got this disrespectful tattoo that the Crips usually have. So how we supposed to deal with you? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I just feel if you a blood or a Crip, to run other is diabolical. But that's just my opinion.
Yeah, I know that someone like P Thrizzle, he's gonna ride with the blacks because he's from NHP.
Right.
And that's a black gang.
Right.
In fact, I know one of the co-founders of that neighborhood.
Right.
Around 1981, I believe they got formed. So yeah, that's a black gang started by black people in a black community. But Asian Boys is a predominantly Cambodian gang in a Cambodian community on the east side of Long Beach. So I kind of look at it a little different.
Okay, we see white boys and Mexicans from black gangs. We see white boys and black dudes from Mexican gangs. But do you see black people from these Asian gangs, like Asian Boys, watching? You ever witness anything like that?
Nah, actually I haven't. But you know what? Somebody did tell me there was a black dude in what's the name of the blood gang in the projects on the east side in the
Pueblos.
Yeah, the Pueblos. Damn, how did I forget that? Someone did tell me that they knew a black dude. Is that the Asian Oriental Boys?
Yeah.
Oriental Boys in the Pueblos. I believe I was told. I can't really confirm it because I haven't seen the evidence with myself. But someone did tell me there was a black dude banging Oriental Boys in the Pueblos. But yeah, for the most part, you don't see no black dudes in watching. I wouldn't be surprised if there is a black dude in the Asian Boys since it's in Long Beach, but I don't know if that's the case.
Yeah, I mean, shout out Bolo, my boy Bolo. He black. He from Tongue and Crip.
Okay.
Yeah, shout out Bolo.
So there goes one right there in Inglewood.
Right.
Yeah, and we had Mohawk Matt on here. He's a white dude that was banging a Southsider hood in the Valley, but
That we see that though. We see white boys that bang Southsider hoods, even blacks, and white people that bang black hoods, even Mexicans that bang black hoods. But it's not so much with the Asian.
but he's the one that went to the pen and ran with the woods. You know, and he did say that he did take some backlash for that from some people, not all, but some felt a certain kind of way that he ran with the woods. And I think to me that's a bigger issue than an
Hold
Asian.
on, you saying a Mexican ran with the woods?
No, a white boy that was banging a Mexican hood.
But when he went to the pen, he ran with the woods.
Correct.
And what is he doing now today?
Oh, he's a content creator. He's all over the place.
Is he repping the Southsider hood?
He's very proud of that Southsider hood.
I know they DP'd him. They got him. I know they spanked him.
He's very proud of where he's from. He don't deny it. He don't sugarcoat it. None of that. But he ran wood, and I think running wood is a bigger issue than running other, because the woods have a nasty reputation in the penitentiary.
Right.
You know, it's not just another group; it's another group of hateful white
I wonder
dudes.
what made him do that. Being that the woods, for the viewers, that's the white boys, and they the minority in there. You would think he'd want to be a part of a bigger fraction.
Okay, I don't know why he's talked about this once or twice. He talked about it with Spider actually on Facts Over Feelings once. And then I heard him talk about it somewhere else. I think probably someone piggybacked off of Spider's question, but he's never really explained the why he did that. And here's my guess. Someone pulled him to the side and said, "Look, man, you got two choices. You want to run up underneath that Sureño politics, or do you want to run up under that white boy politics? The white boy politics is going to be a little bit more friendlier to you."
Maybe he didn't the tax thing.
Yeah, I don't know. That would be a great. I don't even know if he's gonna get into the details of the why. I don't know, but
yeah, we gotta refer back to that Facts Over Feelings interview with him. I would like to hear that.
And I don't think most people even know to ask that question in this content space. Like, who's really going? You would. I would. Spider touched on it, but to really go deep on the politics of why you decided to run with the white boys, the woods, when you was a Southsider. And then look, there's a Southsider white dude from Toonerville out in Northeast LA. Timothy McGhee. He went into penitentiary. He ran Southsider. He ran Mexican. And you won't believe what his status is now as a white boy.
Man, he ranked up.
He's in the Mexican Mafia.
Yeah, but yeah,
he got inducted into the Mexican Mafia.
That dude notorious though.
Yeah. You know? So he's one of the few white dudes. Historically, there's been some white boys in the Mexican Mafia going back to Joe Morgan. I don't know if you ever heard that name, Joe Morgan.
Is that the dude from the beginning?
Yeah, 1969 or 68. I think he got in 68. I would say he's the first white boy in the Mexican Mafia, and he was high ranking. But he was from Fort Maravilla out in East LA. He was from a Mexican gang. And then all the way to the current high ranking white boy is a dude in the feds named Wedo Shy. Raymond Shyrock. He's in the feds doing.
Where he from?
He's from Artesia. High-ranking white boy. High-ranking white. They say he's one of the. He's probably got more bodies than any other Mexican Mafia dude.
I wonder if he know how to speak Spanish.
They say he's fluent. They say Joe Morgan and Wedo Shy used to speak Spanish with each other, and they're not fluent. They're not native speakers. So you have that choice where Timothy McGhee. Not only did he run with the Southsiders, somehow he got inducted, and now he's validated.
I'm not surprised he got updated.
Yeah. So
I'm not surprised. He very notorious.
I know they tried to say he was responsible for 10 homicides when he got arrested, but they only convicted. I want to say only. My bad. I shouldn't say only when it comes to any number of murders he was convicted of, but I think they convicted him of 2 or 3. So much for those 10 murders, they said they had evidence on him.
I think the police were just hell bent on getting him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they stacked him up with some cases. But he got a LWOP? He got life without parole?
Yeah, I believe he either got sentenced to death or he got LWOP'd. Yeah. I don't think he'll be seeing the light of day unless he's on the positive side of an appeal. And, you know, they did the same thing with our boy Lonnie Franklin from Western and 83rd. They said he's got like 30 or 40 bodies, but they convicted him of 10. And I didn't say only this time because 10 is a lot.
The friendliest neighbor in the neighborhood was offing people.
Yeah, he was fixing.
Nobody in the community had nothing negative to say about that man. But when the sun went down, it was horrible. That's crazy.
He was fixing your car too, man. He was working on engines and brakes and all of that. I'm gonna take my car to Lonnie. Who's gonna fix your car? Lonnie gonna fix it for me. Lonnie was probably fixing cars for free for some people.
Yeah, he was real. They said he was real helpful in the neighborhood, and I end up when I looked at some documentary about it, I typed in his son and his daughter name, looking for them on Facebook. I found the son because I want to interview him, but I couldn't find the daughter. The daughter probably too ashamed to just disappeared off social media. You know what I'm saying?
I wonder if you found the son. You know that he was caught through DNA of his son,
Right?
One of his sons,
right?
And that's why I don't never contribute my DNA to any of these genealogy sites. I'm completely uncomfortable with that because law enforcement has access to all the DNA that people send in to get their, like 21andMe and all this other stuff. You want to find out what tribe you may have been from, Munchie, right? You want to find out, like, what African nation did my descendants come from? Well,
I don't care enough. Like, for real.
No, there's probably a way to do that privately.
Yeah, you ain't about to put my DNA on the scene of a murder. Like back in 2021, he did this and lie on me. Nah, I don't know.
Yeah, I would feel very disappointed if my DNA helped catch somebody, someone that's related to me or a distant relative or something. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, I ain't messing around.
And plus, I'm just not comfortable with, like, you guys have my DNA. Like, I don't think this has ever happened yet, but I wouldn't be surprised that someone takes someone's DNA and sprinkles it at the scene of a crime.
That's why you said.
But I mean, has anyone actually been arrested because their DNA was put at a scene as opposed to them really being there? Like, they took a piece of their gum. If you were chewing gum and you spit it out, someone picked it up, right? Let's say someone picked up your gum and they went to go do something to some neighbor, and then they took your piece of gum and they left it there. You going to prison for that, bro. You going to prison for that.
Well, it's a notorious snitch out the Inglewood family community, and he's very manipulative. And baby Munchie was getting released from prison. Instead of releasing him, they put him on a bus and put him on a bus to go to the county jail in Riverside because they said they had a ski mask with his DNA in it. But guess what? The dude Green Eyes kept the ski mask for a get out of free card, like for a rainy day, I guess.
Damn.
It didn't work, but he gave up. I'm like, who saved that type of stuff? Like, this shit crazy. You know what I'm saying?
It's insane, man.
Yeah. No. I don't even want to put my head on no female pillow now that you say it.
Hey, there was a female LAPD officer named Stephanie Lazurus about 10 years ago. They pinned her to a murder that she had did in 1981 or 1982 before DNA. So what she ended up doing is she killed her ex-boyfriend's new wife. She killed her ex-boyfriend's new wife as an LAPD officer.
This sounds familiar.
Yeah, so she went to the girl's apartment. She was a nurse. Her name was, I believe her name was Stephanie Rasmussen. So she killed Stephanie Lazarus was the cop. I can't remember. Sherry Ray Rasmussen was the victim. So she killed Sherry Ray Rasmussen in 1981 with a gun. And they didn't bust her until like 2010 or something, like almost 20 years later. And the reason why they had her DNA is because during the squabble she had with Sherry Ray Rasmussen, she ended up biting her on the arm. She left a huge bite mark on her arm. So they swabbed that bite mark and they saved it. They didn't know about DNA in 1981. But then DNA comes along and they tested it out. And they're like, this is linked to an LAPD officer. They followed her to some restaurant where she was eating food just to verify her DNA was a match. They was on her tail, and they took whatever she ate, and they did the DNA test, and it matched that bite in 1981. She's currently sitting in prison for murder. Ain't that crazy?
I didn't want to bring this up in your squadron. Oh, no, it's fine. I think we're good.
Quarter to, let me just turn it off. You're going to bring somebody in, right?
Yeah, well, I can explain the whole thing
That's
too.
fine.
I don't want to talk about this in the squadron because
that's okay.
I don't know who people are listening.
That's true,
And
that's
if we go to my side, everybody's
You're-
always wondering what everybody else is
sure,
doing.
no problem.
Okay? But like we're talking about being busy and stuff, we've been assigned a case that we've been looking at.
Okay.
It's a new case, and reviewing the case, there's some notes to see as far as your name being mentioned.
Okay.
Do you know John Rutten?
John Bruton. John Rutten?
Rutten.
Oh, yeah, I went to school with him.
You did?
Yeah.
How long did you know him?
Gosh, I went to school in, let's see, went to UCLA in 1978 I started, and, you know, met him at school at the dorms.
Mm-hmm. Were you guys friends, close friends?
Yeah, we're very close friends. I mean, what's this all about?
Well, you know, as they processed everything, they did the best they could at that time, and they looked at a lot of people and different things in this case. And you're right.
I mean, if you guys are claiming that I'm a suspect, then, you know, I got a problem with, you know, with that.
Okay.
Okay? So, you know, if you're doing this as an interrogation, you're saying, hey, I'm a suspect. Well, now I got a problem with, you know, now you're accusing me of this? Is that what you're saying?
We're trying to figure out what happened, Stephanie.
Well, I'm just saying, you know, do I need to get a lawyer if you're accusing me of this? You know,
you don't have to. I mean, you know,
I'm just,
you're here of your own free will. I mean,
no, I know, but
I mean, you know, you're not under arrest. You can walk out.
You can leave whenever you like.
Well, you know, I'm trying to give you some background of, you know, how I knew him, and now you're telling me that somebody's saying that we had this big old fight, and I don't even know what you're talking about. You know, and I don't want to, you know, get in trouble for something that I didn't even do, or you're saying I did something.
Okay.
We understand.
I mean, how would you guys like it if the tables were turned on you?
I understand. No.
No, that's what we're telling you. I mean, you're free to go whenever you want. If this makes you uncomfortable and you want to,
well, now you're starting to make me uncomfortable.
The thing is, I mean, detectives did what they could at that time on the crime scene. Okay, and the burglary thing you're talking about, that is an angle that they looked at. But now we're looking at everything else on the case. Because nobody was ever arrested on the case.
I don't know that or not.
Okay. Now, what we'd like to do is, obviously you know about all the DNA stuff and things of the nature that, you know, gets done on cases nowadays. You know, if we asked you for a DNA swab, would you be willing to give us one?
Maybe. Because now I'm thinking I probably need to talk to a lawyer.
Okay.
I mean,
well,
because I know how this stuff works. Okay, don't get me wrong. You're right. I have been doing this a long time.
Yeah.
And I wish I had been recording this because now it sounds like, you know, there's, you know, you're telling these people saying I'm fighting with her, and now it sounds like you're trying to, you know, I've been doing this a long time.
Yeah.
We know.
Okay. And now it almost sounds like you're trying to pin something on me.
No,
now I got that sense.
Well, what it gets to on these cases, and you know it as well as I do, our job is to identify and eliminate suspects.
I can't believe this.
So if we ask you to the point to give us a DNA sample, a buccal swab, so we can identify or eliminate you, would you be willing to do that?
Maybe. Because I know this.
Well, that's where we're at too. I mean, because right now, from looking at the evidence, it's, you know, it's possible we may have some DNA at the location.
That's great.
And we're going to do what we can to try to put this thing together. And your name's in the book. These people are pointing at you for whatever reason.
I don't know why. That's just crazy. I mean, that's absolutely crazy.
And it would be irresponsible on our part not to look at it.
I know. You guys have to do your job, and I guess I'm gonna have to contact somebody. So.
That's fair.
I mean, because I know how this stuff works. I
Sure.
mean, I just can't believe it.
I mean, we understand that. I mean, if we were in your position, I mean, we would feel the same way.
I just can't even believe it. I mean, it's just, I mean, I'm shocked. I'm really shocked that somebody would be saying that I did this. I mean, we had a fight, and so I went and killed her. I mean, come on.
Well,
that's...
Okay.
All right.
Well, thanks for giving me the courtesy. I wish I recorded that.
Thanks for your time.
Yeah, thank you.
All right.
Okay, what I heard was a tad bit different, but I heard something similar to that before with a female officer. She was abusing her power and stalking her ex and giving him a hard time in the woman. And I think the man can. I think the ex-boyfriend can. She off the ex-boyfriend. So I heard something a little different.
Oh yeah, that's a little different.
Yeah.
The ex-boyfriend was actually in the trial. He was there.
Testifying.
I believe he did testify. And what's crazy is the father of the victim, Sherry Ray Rasmussen, like the next day that it happened, the father went to the police and said, "One of y'all killed my daughter."
What?
Yeah, he said one of y'all, and I'm gonna tell you which cop did it. He went to and said, Stephanie Lazurus, LAPD officer, she killed my daughter. And it was like, "Oh, you crazy old man. You're crazy." And they blew him off. And then 20 years later, boom, he was right.
Hey, damn, ooh, that's crazy.
Because he knew that there was some back and forth drama going on between his daughter, who was now married to this guy, and her husband's ex, which was the LAPD chick. The father knew that there was some back and forth, and she was jealous and she was mad. So when her daughter came up dead, he told her. He told the LAPD. She did it, and they never investigate it. So yeah, Pops was on point. I mean, that's pretty much easy when you're a parent and you close to your son or daughter, and you know all the battles that your son or daughter is going through. It's pretty much easy to know who offed your son or daughter when you have a close relationship with them.
Them police officers, they could abuse their power on their off days, on their own time. Like, that shit crazy.
Yeah, man. All right, man. I wanted to know if you
did she at least get her man back after she offed her? Like,
no, hell nah. Look, he was married.
I wonder did he feel that she did it?
He was in trial there, and he was with the family.
No, he was in trial 20 years later.
Oh yeah, you talking about back then?
Yeah, did he have a feeling like the dad did?
You know what? The husband rarely spoke. The husband was not as outspoken as the father was, and the father was there in trial, witnessing the whole thing. And I sat there and I was like, "This is an incredible trial." LAPD officer on trial for a murder she did 20 years ago through a DNA bust.
Well, I could imagine he probably felt guilty, like he got the woman killed.
The husband,
right?
Would you feel guilt?
A little bit, yeah.
I would be like, "Look, that's just a crazy chick that I used to mess with. I didn't know she was that crazy."
I feel a little guilty. Like, I got this girl hurt.
Man, I would probably do my best not to feel guilty.
Man.
Because that type of guilt could lead to suicide. You'd be surprised, man. People be.
I ain't gonna feel that guilty, but I feel a little survivor's guilt.
Man, some of these people that commit suicide are the most unlikely person you would have thought have done it.
Right.
I just heard of a suicide the other day. I can't remember who it was. I was like, wow. That dude was feeling that bad? I think he was a professional athlete.
Oh, the 24-year-old that played for the Cowboys, bro.
It ain't that serious.
Yeah, he had mental problems though. But guess what? They took the boy to jail for attempted murder. Antonio Brown.
I heard.
But he's burnt out.
Is he retired or is he still playing?
He retired, man. He quit. He threw his jersey in the stands and walked off the field. Remember?
Yeah.
Antonio Brown is crazy.
Yeah, I just heard about that, man. All right. I wanted to talk about this crazy smash and grab. Now, smash and grabs have definitely increased since COVID because people are walking around with masks, and it was normal to walk around with masks during COVID. I've never seen so many smash and grabs in my life until 2020 and 2021. But these guys from Oakland, up in the Bay Area, did one of the most advanced smash and grabs that I think my eyes have ever seen. I've never seen like 20 to 25 people involved in one smash and grab. That's got to be a record. Have you ever heard of a smash and grab with that many people? Maybe 5. Like the one, our boy Jooba Loc. Jooba Loc was involved in a smash and grab. I think it was five guys.
Yeah.
Out in Tustin.
After a 6-month investigation, 6 people have been arrested and charged in a smash-and-grab robbery in Tustin. The surveillance video from last April shows armed men entering a jewelry store wearing masks, armed with hammers and tire irons. The store was left in shambles. In less than a minute, they made off with $87,000 worth of jewelry. They are all facing felony criminal charges.
This smash and grab was, I don't want to use the word sophisticated, but maybe advanced. I don't know what the word is because I think all these guys are going to get caught. But
all of them, you think?
I think most, if not all of them. We saw 20 people running into the place, and I think that there were 6 cars waiting outside, so that's at least 6 more people, 6 more drivers, and 26, probably a total of 26 people. Let me see if I could pull up an article on this real quick. Damn, this internet is tripping. Okay. San Ramon smash and grab suspect facing 14 felony counts. So they have already caught some of the people involved. The first of at least 20 suspects who stormed, ransacked, and robbed a San Ramon jewelry store made his first appearance on Monday. The DA is charging Jimmy Mack Ray, 27 years old, with 14 felony counts for the brazen robbery of Heller Jewelers last week. But according to his attorney, the Vallejo man insists he was not at the incident at all. Of course you weren't. Prosecutors say Ray was part of a conspiracy with at least 20 others to storm the store, breaking display cases, and stealing $1.7 million in jewelry. Prosecutors say some of the group fired a gun to break through the store's door that had automatically locked, trapping the mob. The vehicles that they've arrived in and the vehicles that they used for the getaway were alleged to be stolen cars. We know that the amount of jewelry that was taken is estimated to be $1.71 million. The prosecutor told the judge they found some of the stolen jewelry on Ray when they arrested him. The prosecutor says so far just $200,000 worth of jewelry has been recovered and only 4 people have been arrested. So that's an article on it. And before I get your reaction, Munchie, I'm going to play a clip of this entire heist. We'll call it a heist. Here we go.
More than 20 masked and hooded people stormed into Heller Jewelers in broad daylight Monday. Some of them armed with guns, others with crowbars. Police say the mob then helped themselves to $1 million worth of fine jewelry.
When they went in, they basically took over the store. They went to all the jewelry display cases and began just smashing the display cases at will, using the crowbars and the pickaxes, and basically taking whatever jewelry was available.
When the store door closed behind them, police say it automatically locked, trapping the group inside. A witness captured the robbers firing shots to escape.
It was a very dangerous situation. They did fire multiple rounds through the door, which caused the door to shatter, and they were able to then push the glass out and exit.
Drone footage captured the suspects getting into their cars and speeding away. Police say choppers followed them. Officers arrested 3 men and a 17-year-old on International Boulevard in Oakland and arrested 3 others at the Dublin BART station.
The biggest concern was not seeing just 1 or 2 or 3 people, but like 20 people being involved in something like this.
Michael and Joyce Comer just bought their wedding rings at Heller. They were hoping to get them cleaned today, but the store was closed. They are appalled at what happened.
Something really tragic could have happened, worse than stealing jewelry yesterday.
Police say they're still looking for at least 17 suspects. They say detectives are working around the clock to find them. In San Ramon, Jody Hernandez, NBC Bay Area News.
There you go. And I counted 20 people actually did run in that store. They're dressed in all black hoodies, masked up. But then there's also 6 people in those 6 cars that were in the parking lot waiting for them. So 26 people. How do you do a lick with 26 people, Munchie? That don't even make sense to me.
Out of that 20, why nobody didn't stay at the doors to make sure they didn't lock behind them? You know, all jewelry stores is like, you feel me? You're just not walking in and out of there. This ain't Tiffany's at the mall, or, you know what I'm saying? Zales or something. It's a jury store off to itself. Like, why did it?
Well, that only probably slowed them down for about 30 seconds. There was 2 people with guns. Out of those 20 that ran in there, 2 were strapped.
But now y'all got more charges because y'all done fired a gun in there. You feel me?
Yeah.
Now you done up the ante. Like,
Well,
and then I want to know how long after did the dude Ray get caught, because why you still had a jury on you?
well, I think they followed one of the cars. Obviously, one helicopter can't follow 6 cars, right?
Right.
So maybe they were the ones that got caught right after it happened. There was a helicopter on it right away. But if those 6 people are driving in different directions, then you can't follow them all.
Yeah, man. I don't know. So that's 7 of them locked up. They said 3 men and 1 17-year-old. Then shortly after that, they found 3 more people at something station or whatever station. So they got 7 of them.
Yeah.
And
then International Boulevard, that location where they said that was at, that's Oakland. So we know, and that's East Oakland. So we know these brothers is from the hood in Oakland. They're from the trenches in Oakland.
Yeah, man. Ooh, man. I don't know. That's a lot of divvying up to do.
And they had a lot of tools. They came in there with hammers and pitchforks and all kind of stuff, breaking the glass. And some of that glass that with the jewelry was in didn't break easily. So they were at it. They were in there. And I don't think I've ever seen anything like that. And unfortunately, it's not going to be considered a successful heist.
Hey, let's just see how many of them keep it stitch lit.
Now, do you think that these 27, we'll say 26 people, because there's six cars, do you think they all sat together in a room and said, this is what we're going to do if we get caught? This is what we're going to do if we get away? Like, do you think they planned this out with people as young as 17 in this group and as old as 27?
Nobody really plans on getting caught. That ain't the plan. You feel me? So people that ain't, I don't think they thought that for.
There's no way that I'm doing a lick like this. Maybe I'm thinking because I'm in my 50s.
Right.
But there's no way I'm doing a lick like this without planning for every possible outcome. You know, and one of those outcomes are we get caught. So what are we going to do in court? What are we going to do when we go to trial?
The ones that's free right now that still got some jury on them, y'all might as well put that aside for a lawyer.
Yeah.
Get ready to lawyer up. You know what I'm saying?
Can 26 people keep their mouth shut? I don't think so.
That motorcycle club did it.
Yeah, that was like 100 people.
Yeah, that was legendary. But somebody go tell, man. That's just how I go these days, man. Unfortunately, somebody go, and the one, if he give all names, every name, they will show all the pictures, point. He might get out. Like, they gonna let him walk.
But maybe somebody organized this heist that wasn't even there, and he put people together that didn't know each other, so that you can't tell on each other. Maybe there's an organizer to this, and he said, "I'm gonna put these people together. They don't know each other."
What about the vehicles? I wonder was those some rentals or something.
No, they said they were all stolen. 6 stolen cars.
Oh yeah, this was put together.
Like somebody may have puppeteered this whole thing that wasn't involved. And if he's smart, he put 26 people together that don't really know each other, that don't know their names, that don't know anything, not even your nicknames, you know. And when I was listening to the indictment for when Young and Hefe got indicted up in Florida, they all changed their nicknames up there so that LA wouldn't be able to know who they were.
Not Florida, Spokane.
Oh, I said Florida?
Yeah.
Okay, Spokane, Washington.
Yeah.
And I thought that was clever because you like, for example, Munchie B, all they got to do is put that in the computer.
I'm in trouble.
It's going to come right up who Munchie B is.
Right.
Yeah, so you got to have another name if you're not going to, pop up on the computer.
Yeah, that was smart of them.
Yeah.
They all went about something different.
Because I'm sure the Spokane, Washington will call LA and be like, hey, I got this dude named, Special K from A-Tray Gangster. LAPD and be like, nah, we ain't never heard of no Special K. But really, they talking about, Crazy D.
Right. All right.
Who's well known. So
No, that was smart. That was smart to go by different monikers once you hit hit out OT. You know what I'm saying?
So yeah, if these 26 guys didn't use different names, I anticipate all of them getting caught or most of them getting caught. I mean, they already got 6 or 7 of them, and they're getting pressed. All 6 or 7 of them getting pressed right now.
All of them are gonna get caught though. I don't think all of them gonna get caught.
We will see. We will see.
That 17-year-old gonna be all right.
Oh, because he's juvenile.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If he get caught, you want to get caught now.
Yeah, not when you're
Don't turn 18.
Well, no, even if you turn 18, it's when the age you are when you committed the crime.
Hold on, let me see.
Yeah, it's the age you are when you commit the crime.
Hmm.
Yeah, I saw a case where a juvenile got caught for a crime 10 years later. He still had to go to juvenile court, even though he was
Okay, you're right. You're right. No. Because I've seen that, and I've seen adults be housed in juvenile hall in the box.
Yeah.
Oh, so you right. You right. I'm like, this thing is a grown ass man.
Yeah, that means he got caught years later.
Right.
So. No, you're good if you're a juvenile. You're still gonna be tried as a juvenile. But don't have the DA try to convince the judge they want to try you as an adult because they say, quote unquote, you did an adult crime. That's a whole nother thing.
He'll fight his fitness.
Yeah.
As we call it in California.
Fitness hearing.
Fitness hearing. To see if you be tried as an adult or as a juvenile.
Well, at least they changed the laws on fitness hearings. The prosecutors gotta fight for that now. Before they go to a fitness hearing and it would be a slam dunk. Now it's more like a fitness hearing is now like a little mini trial where the defense gets to put up, a fight for it.
Mm-hmm.
But I was in a fitness hearing a year ago, man, and we still lost. I was like, it's just a longer process now. The judge is still gonna, decide to try this person as an adult. So, and unfortunately, everybody from that RICO case, including Big U, is tried as an adult. And he is trying to apply for a temporary release to go to his son's funeral.
Hey, man, I hate to talk negative, man, be like a pessimist, but I ain't gonna let that man go.
It's majority of those are denied. I will say that a majority of them are denied, but a few, I don't know what the percentage is, but it's low. I don't know if it's 10, 15, 20. And here's the catch with that too. You have to pay the bill.
Gotta pay for them officers, you know what I'm saying?
Well, in this case, it's gonna be marshals. So you got to pay the bill for the marshals. You got to pay the bill for their overtime. You got to pay the bill for the transport. So obviously he's applying knowing this, and
yeah, man, but he got that son. Go pay for his dad to get to that funeral. You know what I'm saying?
So why do you think it's not going to be granted?
Because they trying to put this mob boss, people scared of him and all this little thing on him. So they gonna say it ain't safe for him to be at the funeral, and his son's a Rolling 60 member. It's a gang funeral. And like, they go do all that shit. I think he should be able to go and see his son off. You know what I'm saying? But they you know how they is, man.
Yeah, let me see. I got this article here from hotnewhiphop.com. None of the mainstream media outlets have covered this story, believe it or not. Even though when he got indicted, all the mainstream and even the national outlets were covering it, but most of they haven't really caught on to this. But let me read this. It says Eugene Henley is requesting a temporary release from jail in order to attend the funeral for his son Jabari Henley, baby Huey. The 34-year-old was shot and killed in L.A. on Halloween night. Police say Jabari walked up to a vehicle when someone inside had opened fire. Authorities have yet to announce any suspects. The incident occurred as Big U remains behind bars after being named as an alleged member of the Rolling 60s Crip in a federal racketeering complaint. He faces 43 charges in the case. They include murder, kidnapping, and extortion. He has maintained his innocence. Prosecutors have until November 14th to respond to Big U's motion to attend his son's funeral, according to allhiphop.com. Once they do, a judge will decide on the matter on November 17th. So I guess the prosecution gets a chance to, of course, they're going to say we deny, we don't support this, and that ultimately it's going to be the judge's decision, which will come next week, November 17th.
Man, yeah, that's tough up, man. That's unfortunate. I hope they grant it though. Let them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't even think I would request it. I just have to mourn from my cell. You know.
But you know that his wife probably want him there, so she probably telling him like, just charge. You know what I'm saying?
And then like you said, his son could easily afford that bill, whatever the bill is going to be.
Mm-hmm.
Several $1,000s.
Yeah, his son doing his stuff, man.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to him.
So I didn't know.
Damn, man, he got unalived the same way Raymond did.
I know, walking up to a vehicle.
Raymond Washington, rest in peace.
That means, well, if that's true, because these are just reports, and you know, I find that these reports tend to be like 75% wrong once, you know, all the discovery comes about. 75% of these stories be wrong. But if it's true, you don't walk up to a car unless you know who's in the car, right?
Yeah, I ain't gonna go into it.
And,
Yeah.
But here, I'll add this last part. This is known as a hoe stroll. So maybe walking up to cars is a common thing in this part of LA.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll just leave it at that.
Right.
But yeah, Raymond walked up to a car of a dude that he knew. I know this for a fact.
Well, hold on. All right, I'm gonna say this, right? And I think I already said this before. My little homegirl was at Week Jamming in Inglewood. I'm on the phone with her. She leaves out of Week Jamming and walks to her car. She putting her food in her car and she getting her keys out. A yellow car pulls in, 2 males and a female in the back. Okay. The dude hop out the car, see her, walk up, like, hey, what's up, trying to holler at her. She's like, who is you? He say, my name is Score. She's like, Score, where you from? I'm from Rolling 60s. She say, what you doing over here? He like, what? Playfully, oh, I can't be over here? Right? She like, shoulder shrug, you can be wherever you want to be, but all right, I'm out of here. So she pulls out, Score walks inside the weed jamming, but the car pulls out behind little lady Munchie, but don't go and just turn back in the parking lot. You know what I'm saying? I knew that I saw his name ain't no Score. You know what I'm saying? And a couple hours later, one of my Keyway partners informed me that Baby Yui seen little lady Munchie, and that was him. So my thing is, he be freelance, he real comfortable, right? And the common denominator, if I got it right, he had a female in the back seat, and then I think with this, he had a female with him. So maybe he on some pimping type stuff. You know what I mean? I think that, but he seemed real comfortable because he was where he wasn't supposed to be at that week jamming. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just walking up to another car. I was on the phone. I actually heard, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I don't know if you would say 69th and what was the cross street?
69th and Fig.
Oh, Fig?
Mm-hmm.
69th and Fig, if that's out of bounds, but you know, a lot of people want to say,
well. I'm not comfortable everywhere, even if they do say this is common ground for who we get along with. I'm just not comfortable everywhere.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They okay, for instance, because that's a whole show, so it'll be people from different communities over there, and like you don't know who you'll run into. Now, on Crenshaw in that Lamar area between Vernon and Stocker, it seemed like it'd be a mixture. It'd be Bloods, it'd be Crips, it'd be a little bit of everybody over there, and it don't never really seem to be no violence. But I don't feel comfortable over there because I'll be just feeling like the rules don't be applying to me. You know what I'm saying? So, but that little area, you notice that on Crenshaw, it seems like it's a little bit of everybody.
Which part of Crenshaw?
But between Vernon and Stocker, it'd be a little bit of everybody right there.
Let me think. Yeah, Vernon. It is. There's on 43rd and Crenshaw. There's a 7-Eleven where anybody could be in that 7-Eleven on
It's-
43rd and Crenshaw.
It seemed like it'd be like it's like, you know what I'm saying, like a free zone, like a hands off zone almost. But I just don't trust it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was a little nervous every time I went into that 7-Eleven on 43rd and Crenshaw. And there's a lot of shootings over the years that have happened. You say not too much violence, but
I just see people coexist though.
what's the name of the 60 that's also from Africa, like Nipsey? He got killed right there.
Yeah, the one, the boy Kaz Jones keeps saying he paid for his funeral.
Let me think of his name, man. I know his sister's gonna be mad at me for not remembering his name.
Yeah, he did music also.
Gosh. But he got killed there. One time I went up to the 7-Eleven, there was a Cadillac that lost control on the sidewalk that got aired out, and the LAPD was on that. I was like, oh shoot, someone just got shot there. And then my boy Boo got shot by some Jamaicans a couple blocks away from there. It's something. And then if you go all the way down to Stocker, the gas station, that Shell, anybody could be pulling up at that gas station from anywhere. And I know of a couple shootouts that happened at that. And that's crazy. I go to that gas station all the time, even though anything could happen there. But I'm in and out.
Yeah, man.
Hey, I was even bold enough to stop at the gas station on the Shell on Slauson and Crenshaw. I will say that's a no-go for most. Don't go to that gas station, especially at night. But if you're on E and you got no choice, make it quick.
Hey, I didn't put in that gas station, got gas before, but I was looking for trouble.
Oh, okay.
So that was like, you know what I'm saying, it wasn't like I made a conscious decision to do some dumb shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, but then nothing happened though. Went without incident. Like, it was just stupid young stuff though, but people gotta move smart though, man.
I've seen many a candle memorials at that gas station.
Right.
So
they call it Club Shell. The 60s call it Club Shell.
So it's the one on Stock. We're saying Stocker, but they changed the name of that street.
What is it?
Wait, no, Stocker's still Stocker. They changed Rodeo. Rodeo's Obama.
Right.
That's where the Shell on Crenshaw and Obama. Yeah.
Stockers where the liquor bank used to be.
Oh yeah, the liquor.
Some things ain't supposed to shut down. You wasn't supposed to shut down a liquor bank.
Oh yeah, I was disappointed in that.
Come on, man. And Magic Johnson, he disappointed me. That was supposed to be the Magic Johnson Theater forever.
What is it now?
The Rave or something?
Oh yeah. No, I think isn't it no, it's got another name.
Man, come on, man. Like Johnson, you fumbled with that, bro. That people wanted, like, coming from out of town, they wanted to go to the Magic Johnson Theater.
Yeah, people who were from out of town, I used to take them by the liquor bank because Baby Boy had that scene there. I was like, this is the scene where Baby Boy was selling his clothes. Right here. And then I was pissed when the liquor bank put a fence. First, when they put the fence around it, they put a gate around the whole thing. Like you couldn't really pull up and walk through. And then now it's done. And then you still got Mavericks Flats right there. But who knows how long that's going to last.
Yeah, man, I'm upset with Magic Johnson, man. You're supposed to keep that, the Magic Johnson Theater, you know what I'm saying, because that was a landmark for us, you know what I'm saying? And all that area is, like, pretty much black, and that was a black you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And, yeah, but it's a lot of little landmarks, like, the homie, that's his house, that Friday house, where Craig and Smokey's on the porch.
Was that on 127th?
126.
126?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, there's a landmark that I was disappointed that went away. It was on La Brea, and I want to say, I guess that's by the Jungles. Is that Stocker? La Brea? No, that would be La Brea, and yeah, it used to be a movie theater there. It was called the Baldwin Hills Movie Theater. It only had 3 screens. It was right on the corner. And now it's like a bank or some other stuff. They got all kind of new businesses along La Brea now, between Stocker and whatever that's. I can't remember what the cross street is on that. That was iconic. The little movie theater that they got rid of, and that's because when Magic opened up that I guess 16th Theater movie theater. They put the other one out of business, and that was a black-owned movie theater, the little small one.
Yeah, man, you shouldn't have did that, Magic.
Hey, you know there's an iconic movie theater in Inglewood on Manchester, an old school movie theater. I don't think it's used anymore, but the building's still there, right?
The Academy.
I thought it was called. It was on 4th Ave or 5th Ave.
Oh, okay, but it was two. It was like 3rd Ave and 4th Ave, and then there's one across Crenshaw, like on 11th Ave in Manchester.
Yeah.
What's the other one called?
I thought one was called like the 5th Ave or something. On Manchester and 5th Ave. That was, the Crips used to go there back in the
Man, the
early
Crips
70s.
used to go everywhere.
Yeah.
The Crips, the Crips used to go everywhere they didn't go. They was at Sidnella Park. The homies fought for that. They was there. They had all the festivals.
Oh, the cross street where the old theater used to be on La Brea is Coliseum. I'm tripping. Right on the corner, right on the northwest corner was a movie theater.
Crips loved the movies because literally we could take you back to where Buddha, am I saying his name?
Yeah.
Oh no, Barefoot Pookie. He tell a story about the smacks and the little the theater on Imperial and Western back in the days. You familiar with that one?
Yeah, it's where the Burger King. There's a Burger King on that corner, and it would have been right by where the Burger King is. They demolished it. It ain't there no. The building's gone too.
Right.
Yeah.
So they used to be everywhere, man. Like little roaches invading everywhere. They spread it like cancer, man.
And I think OG Bird from the Slossons talks about going to the movie theaters in Huntington Park when there was more black folks over there. That was a big deal.
Huntington Park, I don't even look at that as its own city. Is that a city or is that a community?
No, it's actually a city.
It's a city.
Yeah, it's its own city.
Okay.
But it's right next to LA.
It's South Central to me, because my dad played football for Huntington Park when he was a kid.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, a lot of black folks had interactions back then in the 40s. No, I say the 50s, 60s, and 70s. Black folks was tapped into Huntington Park.
Right.
Not today.
Yeah, it's Mexico.
Nobody in your generation, Munchie, is tapped in with no Huntington Park.
Our mamas, that's it, moms and dads.
Yeah. But I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that Big U is probably gonna get denied that temporary release because of what you said. One, his son is. They're gonna say this is what they're gonna say. His son is a gang member. There's gonna be a lot of gang members at that funeral, and the marshals might not be enough security to escort Big U to the funeral. It's going to require way more law enforcement presence than is available, something like that. And what can you say to the judge that breaks it down like that?
Man, look, bro, the pathological ish gotta stop. This dude, Loose Cannon, said he the one told Big U that his son passed and they cried together.
No way.
Loose Cannon is something. He did, bro, and I'm disappointed because he did that on TMZ. I thought TMZ be having they more credible. You know what I'm saying?
Well, they're just gonna report what somebody said. They're not gonna,
say it's the truth.
Yeah.
Man, that dude gotta stop. That dude Loose Cannon is something else, boy.
I hope that ain't true. I don't even think they're on the same.
Heck no.
Wait, they're not on the same floor.
Man, that ain't true, man. Yeah. Bro, he would have received that news from him, man. You would have been charging at him. He would have been, come on. The pathological ish is crazy.
Yeah, well, I was one of the first ones to tell the people out there on the internet that this guy is a liar.
Right.
That's why I turned down his interview. Before No Jumper interview, he was trying to get on StreetTV.
Right.
And I told his quote-unquote manager at the time, a dude named Rick Aaron, I said, nope, I'm not interested in
Yeah, but Lewis Cannon called back and cursed you out, said he never tried to come on StreetTV.
Yeah.
I recorded that call just to do it. We ain't never put it out or nothing. I'm like, look at this idiot.
Well, I got a video that I'm working on. It's been a slow edit where I think people are going to find it very entertaining. All right, man. We talked about David D4vd multiple times on this Street Politicking podcast.
Straight politicking, my brother.
What did I say?
Street politicking.
Street politics. I'm screwing everything up today. Huh?
Butchering words, huh?
Yeah. Hey, I'm not on my I'm not on point today. Very rare. It's a very rare me not on point today. Street politicking. That's probably somebody else's channel.
Probably.
But no, we straight politicking over here. And I was trying to politic this with you before, Munchie B, that there's no felony committed here. Even if they put the body in the trunk of this car, it's a misdemeanor. It's not even going to send you to prison. You might do a year in the county jail, if that. And if you have no criminal record like this dude does, guess what his sentence would be?
Probably probation.
Probation, if they find him guilty of anything. But before you say anything, let me just read this article. No foul play with a question mark. LAPD makes stunning statement on David and Celeste Rivas investigation. Authorities have not identified any murder in the death of teenager Celeste Rivas, whose body was found in the trunk of a Tesla belonging to David. The Los Angeles Police Department said it provided the update to KTLA News and that the case remains open and unsolved. An LAPD spokesperson said to KTLA, the Los Angeles County Medical Examiner has not yet determined the cause of manner of death for Ms. Rivas. As such, it remains unclear whether there is any criminal culpability beyond the concealment of her body. RHD is thoroughly examining every aspect of this case to uncover the truth and seek justice for Celeste Rivas and her family. According to attorneys, concealing a body in California can be considered a misdemeanor. Concealing an accidental death is a misdemeanor in California that constitutes a maximum of 1 year in the county jail and a $1,000 to $10,000 fine. Legal analyst Allison Tressel said. And that's pretty much it. So far, we don't know how she died. The coroner has not released any reason or cause of death.
That was a nobody. What's his name? What's the title when you do the autopsy?
Well, the medical examiner or the coroner or the pathologist. That all means the same thing.
Yeah, he's a nobody. We looked that up. He only been doing his job for like 2-3 years.
Yeah, but I don't think that has
nothing to do with him coming with it being inconclusive.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think that any medical examiner would have had the same exact challenges. Now we learned that the body, there was an investigator that uncovered a camera that showed the car being parked there on July 29th. The car was parked there on July 29th. So that means
last year though.
No, 2025. So that means she was in that trunk for all of August until they found her on like September 7th or September 8th. I don't remember the exact date. So we got 6 weeks of a body decomposing in the trunk of a car, at least 6 weeks.
Hold on. So they found they found some footage, somebody parking it.
That's what, according to this private investigator, he has footage that that car was parked there.
Hey man, this is mind blowing, bro. That's the most police car you could have on the streets. Everything's recording. Like, how? I'm lost.
I don't know. I tried to look up many like tutorials on the cameras of a Tesla, and are they always running? Do they run sometimes? Can you opt out? And there's no clear explanation on how these cameras work. Some of them work when the car is moving.
You can opt out.
Yeah, they say you can opt out. Some say that the cameras can run all day, even when it's parked. But then you're gonna run out of camera space. You're gonna run out of so there's no real explanation on it. So I don't know.
Rest in peace to her.
Yeah, and then I am starting not to believe the reports that her body had been, like, what was the word we used? Not mutilated, but
decomposed.
No, decomposed is natural. We were talking. There were reports that they had physically, manually did things to her corpse.
Oh, decapitated.
Decapitated means you cut the head off.
What that mean? With body parts.
Here's the word: dismembered. Dismembered.
Okay.
I'm starting not to believe that there was any dismembering. I think it was just extreme decomposition. Because now most of these media outlets that did report dismembering, they're starting to fall back on that. Dismembering is a felony, so I don't think dismembering happened at all.
Right.
So that's why a lot of the early reports of any story, you're going to find that, 75% of it is untrue. And so far, no felony crime has been committed. And I know that's hard for people to accept, that a body is found in the trunk of a car and that there's no felony committed.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
Well, the only possible result where no felony is committed is that she died of her own doing, and most people are pointing to an overdose.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you this, and they found out she wasn't pregnant.
She not only was she wasn't pregnant, she hadn't been pregnant in the last year. They could test her for the last 12 months.
Hey, look, let's just say if they did charge him, and they wasn't really playing by the rules, because they going by the letter of the law right now. But if they did just want to charge him and just throw and see if something stick, man, the jury will fry him.
For what though?
They just go fry him. These officers going by the letter of the law, and they being fair across the board. They going by the book. But let's just say if there was effed up officers, like most of them, tried him, if he went to trial, he would lose.
Well, I think that because he is financially stable and he has the ability to pick a dream team, nothing's going to stick. Not even the underage stuff would stick. Not even the underage stuff would stick.
Man, he at least get a hung jury. I can't see him walking on that if he go to trial.
I seen an interview with a high-profile attorney that says I could defend him from any of the underage allegations. It's not going to stick. This is an attorney saying this.
He better be shutting his mouth. He better be absolutely quiet. He better be at home, wherever he is, doing nothing, not going anywhere, not talking to anybody, and just doing everything that she tells him to do, which is just sit there until I tell you what to do. You never know why they're doing what they're doing. You never know what the state of their investigation is. But I think the LAPD, especially in cases like this, where you've had these cases long time ago where you find these women dismembered and horrible situations, and the LAPD just really did not know what to do with these investigations. I think that their PR and their attorneys are telling them to be quiet too. They just don't have enough information to give any kind of information out into the public. So I think that if you're an attorney for the LAPD, if you're an attorney for the city of Los Angeles, you guys say absolutely nothing. You say nothing until you know exactly what's happening. And in this case, I cannot imagine that there's ever going to be a point where we know exactly what happened. What is the evidence that we have that any crime occurred? Well, we know that there's a body in a trunk. But what evidence do we have connecting David to any actual crime? She told her friends that he was that they were in a relationship. What does that mean? She left her house. That was a very, very troubled situation. How do we know that he had anything to do with that? There's no evidence against this man for any crime that I can see.
How about witnesses? Because the friends of David spoke with TMZ, and they all held out that they thought that they were a couple. They held themselves out as a couple. She said that she was 19 and a college kid, and they were absolutely romantic.
Proving my point. If he thought that she was overage, then it's not a crime. But what does...
Oh, that's not true. Ignorance of the law. You can't have a relationship with an underage girl and say, well, she told me she was 19.
Hire me if that ever happens.
Because of some of the information about Celeste that's come out.
Yeah, they said she didn't have fake IDs.
All kind of fake IDs.
And they thought she went to your school, USC.
Yeah. They said she was 19. So even though people are wanting to say he did something in that area of sex offense, I would be surprised if he's charged with it. Because usually if you're going to charge with a sex offense, you need a victim. Well, here the victim is dead. So who's going to come to court? Where's the evidence going to come to prosecute David for any sort of sex offense? Who's going to tell? Who's going to come to court?
You need a victim. All right. So if I shoot this dude in 2010, and then he passed away in 2015, but the police find out I'm the one shot him back in 2010, I can't be charged with it because he died now?
It's possible, but it's hard. I had a case just like that where a guy died 9 years later from his bullet injury. They went back and indicted him for murder, but he beat it. He beat it, but it took a lot of fighting. It took a lot of fighting. But 9 years, I'm like, wow, 9 years later, this guy died from that bullet injury, and I believe it was in Compton too. And I was on the case, so I should say we beat it.
All right.
We beat that. But I was a little surprised. So I wouldn't be surprised if they charge you 5 years. I seen them 9 years later. So, but I think judges are starting to not like those type of prosecutions, because you can do anything within those 5 years as a patient. What if you started drinking heavily? What if you started doing things that contributed to the death?
Yeah, expedited it.
Yeah, that's what the defense team in the case that I'm talking about. They attacked almost every medical opinion that there was, and homeboy beat it. So yeah, you can't get charged, but you can definitely beat it. But it's gonna cost you.
Yeah.
You want that fight for the next year or two? That's an unnecessary fight, man. An unnecessary stress. But you think they're gonna do David like that?
Nah, like you said, that dream team he could assemble.
He's already got this one attorney that's very high profile.
And that's why I think the prosecution kicking back, because they know he working with some chili.
Yeah.
They looking like, man, all he gotta do is go get a dream team of lawyers, and then, you know what I'm saying? But if he was broke, that'd be at him. That'd be at his throat.
Absolutely. If he had no money, I think he would be in custody and having to fight this on some charge that a judge would obviously prove.
Right.
But so far nothing. And at the most right now, he's facing a misdemeanor if he's the one that put that body in the trunk. We don't even know who put it in the trunk. And this investigator that claims that he has footage from a house of this car being parked there, he hasn't released it. He hasn't put it out.
How certain are you that this video of the car driving away from David's mansion is the last time it drove and ended up at the spot where it was abandoned, likely with that body inside?
I'm certain. Listen, I can't say 100% because there's not a camera trained on that Tesla once it's parked. Continuously that I've seen. I mean, there likely is a camera, but I've seen the car driven to that spot, and with the dates, with the date that it was, and they left town right after that. I'm certain that is the last time the car was driven. It was put there with her, in the front trunk. On that day, this is the very end of July 29th. It was like 78 degrees at that time in the morning, or 77 degrees. And if it was on the street where the house is, so it's shaded by the house.
I really don't know how much I believe that, but he says it's dated July 29th. The timing makes sense. He went on tour on August 7th or 8th and was gone for the whole month. She's found in the first week of September.
And that little girl's running around, not going home.
Oh, she was outside.
Yeah.
She's been outside since she was like 11. And she wasn't outside in Lake Elsinore. She was in L.A.
I don't know how she got that far away from home.
I mean, it ain't that far. You could get on the damn train and you're in Union Station,
No, at 11, just wandering to L.A., how did you meet these group of people to even start hanging with them?
Hey, when I was going to Hollywood High School, there were so many homeless teens on Hollywood Boulevard. I would walk down. Hollywood Boulevard was full of homeless people. It was like Skid Row. They cleaned it up.
Yeah, I never been in the county jail with some of them dudes that program in Hollywood a whole lot, and they got all these stories. Like it's funny as being in the county jail around people that be downtown Skid Row and the ones that be in Hollywood, because they all got these little interesting ass stories. It's like a whole nother world down there.
Yeah, but the Hollywood is definitely cleaned up. But when I used to meet people on Hollywood Boulevard that were homeless, I always just say, "Damn, what you doing out here?" Oh man, my family kicked me out. They all had the same shit. My family put me out, and they were all, you can tell they were rebel type people, girls and guys. They were rebel, and their families had it with them. So I've seen all kind of teenagers on Hollywood Boulevard, and then they get to doing drugs. Yeah, man. So she could have been that type of chick. She definitely was a rebel at home.
Yeah, we saw that her mannerisms.
Yeah.
You're right.
So, man, it's unfortunate, you know. And when I was raising my kids, boy, I raised my kids with a lock and key.
Celeste, is that her name?
Yeah, Celeste Rivas.
Yeah.
I raised my kids with a lock and key because of stuff like this. I remember my youngest boy ran away when he was 14.
Yeah.
He came back the next day.
He like, man, it's cold out here.
He
I'm
came.
hungry. I want some daily. What?
No, I'm gonna tell you what he
Want some
did.
cooking.
He got on the bus, and I think he just rode the bus all the way to the beach and came back. And then, like maybe at like 4 or 5 in the morning, he went into our garage. He got into the garage and he went into one of the cars and just slept in the car. He wasn't even gone for 24 hours. He couldn't last 24 hours. You ever run away from home as a kid?
No.
And when I say kid, like, 12, 13, 14.
I can't call it running away because it was too, like, I'm coming back. I probably bars out the house slamming the door or something, but like, yeah. And then my mama ain't never been one of the ones like, get out. Like, I'm just getting on her nerves, or she ain't never been like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, she ain't the type to put you out.
She gonna curse me out.
Yeah.
But she ain't, my mama ain't, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
No, but although I did push out the house and tell me I ain't never coming back and slam the door, and she be laughing because she like, yeah, you didn't come back all right, because I ended up going to jail that night. You feel me? She was like, yeah, you didn't come back all right. I'm like, oh, this shit crazy.
Yeah, man. It's crazy that no progress has been made in the investigation of Celeste Rivas. And I think the LAPD is just being extra careful. I think they know by now. I think they know everything that there is to know.
Trying to avoid a lawsuit.
Yeah, they just going being very careful, and unfortunately, we want to know. We want to know, why was she in the trunk of this car, and why did they just decide to park the car there and leave her body in there? It's just, I can't think of anything. I can't think of anything. But this is the type of story that we'll probably know the truth like 5 years from now. I don't know if it's ever going to come out in the, like this year. But all right. 5 Los Angeles MS-13 gang members were convicted of violent murders of rivals. Now, we talked about some MS guys in a whole nother state on a previous episode of Straight Politicking. I think it was in Virginia or Washington. Somewhere.
Baltimore.
Yeah, Baltimore. But man, this is right here, Los Angeles. 5 members of the notorious, they call it the Notorious International MS-13 gang, have been found guilty of partaking in a violent crime activity in Los Angeles, including at least 6 gang-motivated killings. The 5 were found guilty by jury in federal court on Monday after a 9-week trial. The U.S. Department of Justice said the 6 killings were the result of stabbings, shootings, beatings, and strangulations, including several victims whose bodies were dumped off a cliff in the Angeles National Forest. I always tell people, Munchie, if you want to hide a body, you can put it in the Angeles National Forest. It's going to be almost impossible to find, or if they do find it, it's going to be, there's so many coyotes, there's so many animals.
Hey man, that's cap. Because we did some content on a boy that was on that app dating app with the gay man, and he put one of the bodies there and they found it.
He must have just dumped it off the the road though. I'm saying,
you recall though, right?
Yeah. He must have just dumped it off the road. But yeah, the Angeles National Forest is so big. There's literally still unfound bodies in there. Don't dump it off of boys and girls. Don't just dump the body off a road.
Yeah, come on, man. We ain't teaching nobody how to discard bodies, but they gonna be all you, Alex.
But these MS guys probably just dumped the bodies off the. It says here they dumped it off a cliff. 3 men: Walter Chavez of Panorama City, Roberto Ortiz of Baldwin Park, and Edwin Martinez of Cypress Park, were found guilty of 1 count of conspiracy to violate RICO. Chavez and Ortiz were also found guilty of 2 counts of violent crimes in aid of murder. Martinez was convicted of 3 additional counts of murder for the purpose of aiding racketeering. 2 other men, Brian Arias, 28, and Eric Arias, 27, were also found guilty of 1 count each of murder and aid of racketeering. Brian and Eric are brothers and both reside in South LA. And I'm sure they made their mama proud. Born a year apart, 27 and 28, they're about to do life in the feds, unfortunately. Last paragraph here is victims were believed to be members of rival gangs or MS-13 members who ran afoul. I mean, they don't know. The victims were either rivals. Oh, maybe they were both. The victims were believed to be rivals of MS and members of MS who were on the outs. The victims, according to the DOG, were targeted specifically and killed in horrific, barbaric fashion in an attempt to elevate the perpetrator's own status within the gang. And another federal trial with guilty verdicts of LA gang members. I've never thought when I was growing up that I would ever see LA gang members in so many federal trials, federal cases. These are obviously state offenses, right?
It's easier to go fed these days, though.
Yeah, but you can go fed for almost anything, but the feds never really had this interest. They let the states do what they do, and the feds would come in, bank robbery, crossing state lines. Now the feds, at least in California, they're coming in.
Yeah, they're getting petty, bro.
They're very petty. Let the states do what the states do. And I'm sure there's a lot of bickering going back and forth between the states and the feds. They're like, damn, you coming in here arresting all our guys, And they claim that there's this cooperation between the feds and the states, but I know for a fact that there is not. They don't get along. They're always arguing. There's disagreements. But yeah, there's so many federal cases that could have easily been charged by the state. So I wonder why this recent pettiness, and I'm not saying recent, but maybe in the last 10, 15 years, the amount of Fed cases in LA have grown astronomically.
Maybe because California prisons are full, so the Fed's trying to help out because we packed to capacity as far as these 32, 33 prisons we got in California.
Yeah, but we're closing prisons down right now. I can't remember which ones are closing. I think two prisons closed.
Corcoran.
And we've released a lot of prisoners in the last 5 years. I think our prison population is like 100,000. It used to be 150,000. So, the feds are just being greedy, man. And they're indicting people that are already sitting in the state serving 20 and 30 years. Going all the way back to Michael Harris. And they're doing it right now. You could be serving a 20 or 25 year sentence in the state prison and still get indicted by the feds.
Right.
So,
yeah, they need theirs.
All right, man. Interesting stabbing happened in one of our most notorious prisons in California. Let's see if I got the article on this one. Calipatria. Calipatria, as you know, Munchie, is a prison that, as they say, be rocking and rolling.
Garza works Sea Yard, one of 4 recreation areas at Calipatria State Prison in California.
I responded on this yard alone to numerous stabbings, staff assaults. I've been involved in a couple of altercations with inmates myself.
A seemingly routine incident on Sea Yard touched off a full-scale prison riot. Inmate Mark Gracia is a gangbanger with a reputation for fighting with correctional officers. But on the day of the riot, he claims exercise was the only thing on his agenda.
I went to yard and worked out, ran a little bit. I like to keep my endurance real good. Correctional officer pulled me over, and he was like, let me search you. So I complied. Like, all right, go ahead.
And when I did, I grabbed onto that object, which I knew was a weapon. It was a rod. It was about, several inches long. It had a handle on it. Thought it was going to be relatively simple. He started to bring his arms down. When he got to about here, he reached with his right hand and grabbed onto my right wrist. When he did that, at the same time, he swung his left arm back in an attempt to hit me. I used his body weight and his momentum to spin him around to the left, and I placed him on the ground right here in the prone position on his stomach.
He slammed me to the floor. And then I don't know what happened after that.
Within seconds, several other inmates in the yard converge on Harbert, who is Gracia pinned to the ground.
They began kicking me in the head, stomping me. Some of them I could see stomping me in a downward motion. Some of them were kicking me like a soccer ball in the head and upper torso, ribs. At the time, I didn't realize I was being stabbed.
And anybody can get it at any given time. But according to the CDCR, a California inmate attacked and killed by 2 other prisoners. A death at Calipatria Prison on November 10th is being investigated as a homicide after an incarcerated person was attacked in an exercise yard. Prison staff responded to Eric Gonzalez and Javier Torres attacking Alex Mercado. Officers recovered 1 improvised weapon at the scene. The 2 alleged assailants have been placed in restrictive housing pending a joint investigation by the Imperial County District Attorney's Office. So on November 10th at 10 in the morning in the exercise yard at Calipatria, 31-year-old Alex Mercado was attacked by these 2 guys. Staff used chemical agents to stop the attack and immediately restrained Gonzalez and Torres. Mercado was taken to the hospital where he later died. Officers recovered 1 knife at the scene. No staff or other inmates were injured. Officials did not disclose what the improvised weapon was. Mercado's official cause of death is under investigation. It says the 3 inmates involved were serving sentences for serious offenses. Well, I looked up one. It says Mercado received in 2022, he was serving a 13-year sentence for second-degree murder, and Gonzalez was serving a life sentence. Okay, Mercado was the one that was killed. Mercado was serving a life sentence with the possibility of parole. That's the one that had a parole date of 2033. And Torres, he was returned on a parole violation. He's serving a 6-year sentence for carjacking as a second striker. He was scheduled to be released in 2027. Torres was.
No more.
So, if Imperial, you know what I find out that sometimes the county does not pick up the homicide, but they only don't pick it up if you're already doing all day.
Yeah, you already washed up.
Yeah, if you're already washed up, they might not want to prosecute it because it's a waste of money.
Right.
But these guys weren't really completely washed up. Gonzalez, he can get denied parole every single time, but Torres, he was going to come home. He was going to come home in 3 years.
I mean, when your number card is called, though, you know.
Yeah, man, that's that Latino prison politics. Would you say it's more stricter with them? You know, others, whites and blacks, you don't really hear this much with those 4 groups. The other 3 groups.
I mean, the Mexicans will send you more so on crash out missions. You know what I'm saying? Blacks ain't, we ain't programming like that, sending our folks on crash out missions.
And I don't think the Asians are either. The others.
Yeah, don't be too much drama with others. They cool and calm collective. We be smooth sailing, man.
And then once in a while, you do hear about the whites. They killed Yogi. Yogi was a historical BGF figure that was released out the SHU after the hunger strike.
Yeah, I heard about that.
And as soon as he got to the yard, he was killed by 2 ABs. Mm-hmm. You know, even though he was Latino, he programmed with the blacks, Yogi. But yeah, for the most part, I would say, man, 80% of these stories that we get, Munchie, are mostly Mexican Americans.
Yeah, man. That was a lot of unalivements and all these topics right here. A lot.
And what I don't know, though, is if this was on a general population yard or on the SNY. There is an SNY yard at this prison, and it does go up on the SNYs. It does go up on the SNYs.
No structure, no politics.
Now, one thing, they got pictures of all 3 of these guys. The decedent, Alex Mercado, has an interesting USC Trojans tattoo on his neck. It says Trojans and I guess SC. A lot of people put the SC for South Central.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then Javier Torres, the one that was Javier, which is the one that was coming home. Yeah, he was coming home in 2027. He has the praying hands of Guadalupe. You know, the praying hands tattooed on his neck. He got a couple face tattoos, but I can't make them out. And Eric Gonzalez, no tattoos. The dude that is doing all day, he's got a clean face, clean neck. And the decedent got a couple face tattoos. Can't make them out. I need a higher resolution photo to figure out what these tats are. I was trying to figure out if there's any gang tattoos, but I can't make it out.
Yeah, SC is typical. You know what I mean?
Yeah, anybody can have that SC tattoo with the Trojans.
Mm-hmm.
I know a couple black folks that rock that SC tattoo.
Right.
So, hey, boys and girls,
don't subscribe to the streets.
You don't want to end up on the prison yard.
Mm-hmm. Stay free.
And this is why it's considered dangerous, right? Someone needs to tell, what was it? We were talking about Diddy on a previous episode. That it was too dangerous.
Nah. Oh, yeah. Charlamagne said prison not safe no more. When have prison ever been safe? But it's a picture when viral is Puffy talking to some inmates and he just cheesing ear to ear. And then, 50 was like, oh, he look happy, smiling in front of them handsome men. Like, man, 50 gonna take all, man. I love it though.
Yeah, Diddy is programming. I believe he's in the camp because they got two prisons at that particular one. Even though it says USP, I don't think he's in the USP.
Nah, he is small fraud.
He's in the camp. The camp has like 200 people incarcerated. The USP has like 1,500.
Mm-hmm.
So I think, I don't know for sure. I posted pictures of him and people are like, oh no, he's in the USP doing that hard time. I'm like, nah, he's in the camp. With the 200 other guys that are in the camp. I'll put some money on that. You want to bet? You want to bet? 100,000. I'll bet you 100,000. You put up 100,000. I'll put up 100,000. That's my best impersonation of who.
Yeah, that weirdo.
All right, man. What you got going on next, Munchie B?
Morals over money, people. I repeat 2 times. Morals over money. Subscribe over there and dropping music and taking care of the kiddos. You know what I mean?
You gonna stay off my boy Bullet Loco, man?
I think I'm done.
Okay.
I think I'm done. Unless you hear me?
Hey, you know what's crazy is that he called me that day when you were here, but he had called me the day before. My phone was tripping for like at least like a day. So I just realized he sent me a DM on Instagram.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I never, I don't check those folders. So maybe I check them once a month. Go into these folders. There's usually like 30 messages in there, and they're mostly spam.
Mm-hmm.
And one was from him.
What did it say? Or you don't want to say?
I mean, it's basically what he's already said.
What did he say?
I'm about to go at Munchie for saying my name.
Man, shout out Bullet Loco, man. I reacted to the news clip. It was funny, man. It's all fun and games. It ain't nothing personal. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And to everybody who was calling me on that day, I wasn't ignoring y'all or avoiding y'all. My phone was tripping for like 24 hours, going straight to voicemail, and it just so happened to be that was the time when I guess you dropped your Baby Runner disc.
Right.
And you threw in Bullet's name on that.
Right.
All right, man. Morals over money. Go tap in, and then Street TV tap in. Alex Alonso 101 on all social media platforms. Street TV has the clips, and we out.